Hey guys, what is going on? Zach here, coming at you with another review. This is going to be, as you can see, it is for Hearts of Iron 3, their finest hour, version 4.02. First things first, thanks to Paradox for Paradox Interactive, the developers of the game, to letting me get a copy of the game. They gave they gave me a Hearts of Iron 3 collection, but also a friend of mine he gave me the copy of their finest hour, just so it could be for the most part, a full, like, everything, instead of just like For Them of the Land, which is kind of a little outdated, but now it's this. So I will basically, what this will be doing, I won't play much of the game. Like, I'll just be kind of going a little in depth on the features here and there, you know, and basically giving you my opinions on it and what I think about some of the features, what they could have added, what they could have done different. So yeah, when you see me next, it will be in game. It'll be instantaneous for you guys, but for me it'll be a few seconds or so. So yeah. All right, hey guys. Well, that's come up anyway. Hey guys, what's up? So this is starting off my review. This is Hearts of Iron 3. Right, I just started up as Germany just because, you know, they're one of the big nations to play as. And sorry if you see any little bits of lag on the screen at all. There's like nothing I can do about that. It's just my computer. Anyway, so some pretty cool things about this expansion is that they added battle plans, and these are like basically historical battle plans. I'm going to show you one of the cooler ones. It's one of the when they basically went to attack, I think it was Stalingrad, or kind of almost, basically the invasion of Russia. They just go over there. They show, like, this is basically for those guys who are really hardcore, in-depth kind of stuff. You can also you can make your own plans. You can create your own battle plans. The AI is a little bit better in this, in a sense that they kind of do more things. Although, one thing I wish they would do is allow, like, say, when you're Germany, you can actually give the AI control of your navy, which you can. But I wish they'd take initiative of it and say, oh, you know how you're at war with the UK, they'd send a transport fleet or two over and invade the UK. But they don't normally do that, as far as I know. Yeah, it's also, there's all the little map modes that you love and know and all this. There's also a new thing as it popped up when I started recording again. The strategic warfare. It's like what happens with your national unity and all that stuff. There's losses, IC, etc. There's the big decisions. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that again. It's just some stuff going on. Anyway, there's the statistics screens. What I'm planning on doing, if you don't know about my reviews, I kind of go in depth per se on a little in depth on what the features are in this game. If you want to, because say if you don't have the game, you can kind of see another person's view and opinions on it, such as mine. If you want to watch this, I guess. Also, they have, like, you can basically also give the AI control of your armies, etc. You can give them theaters, like such in this one. This is like the Eastern Front, and this is like the Western Front. Sorry, I'm just kind of like going kind of quick on this. There's research screens. You could just do whichever ones you want. They each take varying amounts of time. They also all have 12 different levels or so. As you can see, it starts in 1936 and it heads towards about 1945. I think you can actually also make it longer in one of the files. I'm not going to go in depth on that really, but you can make the game longer. There's also one thing I love about Hearts of Iron is the modding community. They're, for the most part, active, and they make really good mods. Like, one of my favorite is the Die mod, Dice mod, whatever you want to call it. Adds a bunch of new events, everything. Also, as you saw, like, back at the beginning, there was multiple start dates. So, you could start, beginning if you build up your Germany, or whoever you're going to be, or you can start 1939, where you're basically the day World War II starts invading Poland. Basically, I think Paradox, they take great care in crafting their games. Like, they basically do all of oh, you can't really see my hand moving, but all of those, they do, they just do everything so, like, well. But the thing is they always have these little issues. But good thing about their finest hour, it's probably the most stable version of Hearts of Iron. 3 out there because, you know, just a lot of optimizations they've done over the years since its release, or, you know, it's a really fun game, but there's always the downfalls, you know, that if you ever end up picking this game, you'll see them right away, or you probably won't, you know, you'll have your fun. I'm trying to just figure out what I can say about it. Yeah. I'm going to show you the, I don't know how to make battle plans, so, I'm going to say test, and, okay. What is it? You see all kinds of arrows. It's just, okay, let's start off there. Up there, and you can just like, oh, you know, this guy will go blitzkrieg through there and over to there. Now, I find that pretty cool, in a way, because that's just, like, pretty fancy. Now I can just do tank icons. Boom. I'm just kind of, you know, I'm just showing, like, little showcases and all that. Now, the in-depthness of the diplomacy feature. Now, it's kind of annoying, because the diplomacy is just, like, really irritating in some aspects, because there's little things that you should be able to do, but you can't do. You can only do it with your faction members and all that, and it's kind of sucky. But there's also the major events, like the Ausschluss and all that, the Recreation of the Rhineland, Blitzkrieg, Destiny, Defense, etc., etc. And obviously, 1936 Germany's alone. They kind of just go through the Ausschluss and all that stuff. You can experience doing that yourself, and it's pretty nice. But if you want to obviously start later, you can. You can also build a ton of different divisions of air, land, and also sea. But you know, Germany being Germany, they don't have the best navy out there, so you can just build kind of things really quickly right there. IC, etc. The politics also. As you see, Germany is a fascist state in, obviously World War II. They obviously don't have any of those, but you can change your ministers, as in all the other Hearts of Iron games. You can mobilize and demobilize. Also, I think it's a newer thing added. Oh, not really newer, but kind of. I think they might have fixed it. I don't really remember that well. They fixed the kind of the unity and all that stuff. And also, I will put links in the description about where you can buy it, and a description of the game from, I think it's like the Steam store or whatever. Just pop that in there. I'll post my review score in the description also. And yeah, you guys will be able to see all that stuff. If you choose to buy the game, you know, cool. If you don't, you know, well, probably not a game for you. It's really kind of micromanagement heavy game. But once you get into it and you start getting better and better at these kinds of things, you will get good, and you can start off, honestly, probably one of the things you want to do the most is, if you're a new-ish player to this kind of game, play Germany, because they're obviously one of the strongest nations at this point in time, behind the U.S. It was either they are the strongest or the U.S. is the strongest. Or if you want to start leading the Soviet Union, you know, 1936, build up their armies, build up everything. But again, probably play Germany, and rewrite history and win World War II, or follow the same paths that they did and ultimately fail. Now, again, there's also the obviously tech, politics, and the intelligence. This is a cool little feature they kind of built on. So we're looking at the external, the internal. Okay, sorry, I'm just kind of going back and forth. There's spies, there's active abroad spies. You can just go to like different factions, etc. You can also see their ministers and what their production is, if you have enough spies there. You can see their popularity of their parties and stuff. Obviously, the statistics and all the militaries and economical, miscellaneous, and, you know, all of your generals and everything, where they're at, their theaters. Now, it's kind of difficult to explain this game because there's so much to explain, and there's like, it's one of those games where it's difficult to explain, and it's all there, but there's also tutorials if you absolutely don't understand, because I recommend doing the tutorials first, because I tried them, to me, they feel kind of outdated-ish, but they're mostly up to par with all the new features they've added over the course of all the expansions and everything. Otherwise, I think this is a very, very well-optimized expansion, and just a facelift, per se, on a game that Paradox took years of love and, you know, just development, joy, feedback from the community, everything. So I think you guys would enjoy playing this game if you enjoy strategy, if you enjoy probably like in-depth like of all of these and military. And there's also, if you want to, there's also cheats, but you know, you'll figure those out on your own or just go on the forum, etc. So yeah, this is kind of a difficult review for me because there's so much in this game, and yet there's so little time to explain every little detail of it. But I highly recommend it if you're into strategy games and you feel like you're a history buff. You can, you know, follow like completely historical or you do completely ahistorical, like, oh no, just not declare war on Poland, you know, or take them over to enough to where you just like take over your course, like, oh no, wait, nah, it's not a really good choice, but you know, basically historical or ahistorical, you know, and yeah, just as I said about 10 times over again, this is a game for the people who. This is one of the easier Paradox games that you can probably use as your entryway into the world of grand strategy, because you know it's all there. It's World War II, but the features there's so many, but they're so simple to use. Once you get the hang of it, there's no stopping you, or you know, this is, and also in most Paradox games, you have to lose several times to begin the path to victory. If any of you guys know what I'm saying by that. But yeah, really fun game. Obviously the AI is still flawed, as in most Paradox games, but you know, they fix it every now and again with the patches that come out. The army AI is kind of annoying. In my own experience, the battle plans are a really cool little feature, and you can just if you're a history buff, you can follow the plans to the letter, or you know, you can just make your own wacky plans, like, oh, let's swing around Poland and attack the Soviet Union and surround all their guys somehow, you know. And if you're, or say you're Great Britain, you can just you know, screw France and just like land in Kiel and just like, you know, take out the Germans from the north, something like that, you know. There's so many little things you can do. Obviously, the victory conditions too. I think if you've probably seen LPs of this game, you know what these mostly are, and you can just figure out what you want to do with that. Yeah, obviously there's manpower, there's diplomatic influence is used for things like, say, you know how Italy joins the Axis, you can influence them to join you a lot faster. It's, yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of me rambling on about, you know, this. And if you enjoy this, and you enjoy these kinds of games, you know, go pick it up on Steam. I believe they had a sale a couple days ago. It's yesterday, 75% off the Hearts of Iron 3 collection, which is a really, really great deal. It was everything except their Finest Hour, everything on there, like all the DLC, all the more or less latest DLC for like $7, I think it was. And this is a little late, but you know, I was doing, you know, me stuff. Anyway, my final score in this game would have to be, if I had to really think about all of the flaws and all of the features and everything, I'd give it probably an 8.5 out of 10. That's a personal score. You guys can make your own decisions if you pick it up, or you know, from your own experiences. And let me know what you think about the game in the comments section below. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.